Welcome back to A Toda Madre. It's your boy Rallis here giving you a review of a movie that I was looking forward in 2026. That is Matt Damon's and Ben Affleck's The Rip. Also starring two other chicks that I don't know where they came from. I haven't seen them in much. I'm sorry, I should. Glenn and the fool from that one movie. Directed by Joe Carnahan. Sorry, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. So let me get active. Let me get activated. I saw this movie and I had expectations pretty high as it made my top 10, right? I had my expectations pretty high. Of course, Ben Affleck in a crime movie, Matt Damon in a movie. Last time that I saw them in crime movies, it was a Departed, and of course, Smoking Aces. The last time I ever saw Joe Carnahan's movie, what was the last one I saw? Probably, what was it? Stretch? I think it was Stretch. Yeah, I believe it was Stretch. If not, The Gray. I've always been a fan of Joe Carnahan. I believe he's like underrated. Of course, I love Smoking Aces a lot. But coming into it, I'm like, okay. I'm like, we have another crime movie. I'm like, Who's a Snitch movie? Who Killed the Cop movie? Those type of movies, like drug movies. Are you the bad guy? Am I the good guy? Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? A little bit of action sequences. And Joe Carnahan I feel like he's a little bit underrated overall. Even his action sequences, I believe he's underrated. But every time he brings a crime movie, he knows how to keep the high octane of how do you say that word? Thrills, the high octane of suspense, the high octane of what's next. And it keeps you guessing. The movie does do a great job. Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? Who's there? Who's that? For a Netflix movie, it's good. No, like even I love it because Netflix puts out a lot of bullshit out there. But when they concentrate to do a thing, it's badass. They usually knock it out the park. I'm not gonna say like Oscar nominated movies or big buck blockbuster movies, but just enough for us to keep it moving forward. Like I want something more. Do I want a part two? Do I want a part three? It's basically these guys go into a stash house and they have more money than they should. But at the same time, earlier in the movie, I believe it's in the trailer. If not, spoiler one, two, three, the captain gets killed. Once, well, the captain of the crew, okay? Once that's on the road, Matt Damon's character basically is the captain, is the leader, is the commander. And Ben Affleck is the other co-leader, the basically the co-captain, the sergeant. And they're going back and forth. They didn't expect too much money. Matt Damon doesn't want to call it in. What the hell's going on? At the same time, throughout the movie, they're letting you know that there's other crews that they will steal money from these rips instead of counting the whole money. Right? Matt Damon's character has morality, or is he a person that doesn't care about living anymore? So it makes you think and it makes you wonder. I'm like, damn, are they really gonna push the trigger over here? Are they really gonna push the trigger out there? The same thing with Ben Affleck. You don't know what's going on in his head. Like, does he really want revenge? Does he really want to do it the right way? Is he jealous of Matt Damon? Uh, Even Glenn, the sympathetic character, and Glenn, Steven Yeun. When you see him, they gave you the sympathetic character, but is he really sympathetic? That's for you to think. I don't know, right? I don't know how else to put it. The two girls are there just for like in a way comedic relief, nothing serious, nothing too big, nothing out of that wow. Um, or even the third girl, the stash card, right? All the other side characters like the captain, the DEA agent, Scott Atkins character, the FBI, they're just there to fill in for like in a way cameos in a way you can kind of say, even though they have more than like 10 lines. But that's what it basically is. Uh, Everything is concentrating basically on Matt Damon, on Ben Affleck, and Steven Yeun. The other ones are just fillers, and those three characters knock it off the park. Their acting is superb. The the suspense is superb. The drama that all these characters come, it's believable. Like, oh my god, he's such a jerk, or oh my god, he's such an asshole. Oh, what a slime ball. And it was a great movie. It was a great movie. I believe to start off is obviously to start off the year. It's movie of the year. So it's not another one, but is that saying much? Is that saying much? So yeah, but overall, I give it a 7.7 out of 10. I will say this regarding the rating. Spoilers alert. One of the reasons why I couldn't give it an 8 is because the sole purpose that after at the end of the movie, nobody was truly in danger, right? Yes, we have action sequences. Yes, it's true. But no, like, yes, we had tension. Yes, we had a suspense, like I was saying. But at the end, no one technically died. It wasn't a crew of 10 where you couldn't get your off guys, right? And technically only one of the good guys, but it's just you start thinking about it, you start thinking about it, and you start thinking about it. I'm like, and no one truly died. And I think that's for me, I'm like, it's more impactful when something like that happens. So I'm like, to solidify you as a better movie. Not all the time do we need someone getting off. It's just that for me, hello, guys. It's just that in some movies it does need it to emphasize the impact, to emphasize the movie, right? I just it's a pet peeve. I can't. I mean, it's better than a 7.5. I know that it's better than that, but I just can't give it an 8. That's why I gave it that rating. Okay. Now, as for the action sequences that it had, like the chasing and all that, I know Joe Carnahan could have done it so much better because he has done better movies when it comes to the action part. He could have done a lot more better than that, and that just felt off for me. For someone that I enjoyed his action thrillers, um, I did like I said, it's just pet peeves. I thought the sequence could have been, especially the chasing sequence. It should have just been concentrated one way instead of doing the flip flopping, flip flopping, flip flopping. Sure, but even if you just look at the driving sequence, it was too clean. It was just too. I mean, then two SUVs, like really two SUVs. I don't know that. I just that's a soccer mom. It is what it is. I really did like the movie. You guys should definitely check it out. It's on Netflix right now. If you guys seen it, what you guys think of it? What you guys think about who does better Spanish, Matt Damon or Ben Affleck? Does Benito Affleck still knock it off the park, or does Mateo Damon does it better? De kind of para mí, cuando lo escuché hablar español, se escuchaban como sinaloenses, which is weird, right? Pero I don't know. Así me dieron el acento y me empecé a reír un chingo. It was just funny seeing them to speak English. It was really, really funny. I was just tripping out. I'm like, what the hell? Especially Matt Damon, because I have heard Ben Affleck speak Spanish before. But for Matt Damon, it was new to me. And yeah, I will say this. I will say this. I'm not a fan of Matt Damon. I've never been a fan of, I don't get up for his movies, and majority of the time I like his movies. So again, it happened to me. I'm like, it's Matt Damon. I was there more for Ben Affleck. I was more there for Steven Yeun. I was more there for Scott Atkins. But Matt Damon brings his A game. He brings his best friend chemistry with Ben Affleck, and he knocks it out of the park, like always. Matt Damon never misses, even though I personally don't like his movies. But that's just me. What about you guys? Do like, do comment, do subscribe. You guys have a good night, good morning, and a good evening.